good, Potato Spin Leak here, and I got a top 5 list for you. Top 5 films that I owned that were truly terrifying. How do I sum this up? Or simplify the title at least. Top 5 terrifying films. There's only 5, I don't have 10. The reason I don't do a lot of top 10 and 5s is because I try to go on my collection. That way it's fresh in my mind, I've seen it recently, all that good stuff. So, coming in at number 5. The Woman in Black. To me, this movie was terrifyingly boring. Not much happened. She specifically targeted children. I'm just not seeing the scare factor. Her presence wasn't at all looming or horrifying or anything like that. This was a terrifyingly boring movie that people seem to love. I honestly really don't care for this. So, number 4. It's gonna be Salem's Lot with Rob Lowe. This movie, when I was little, I watched it. It had me terrified to go outside. The vampires in this were absolutely horrifying. This is an example of a good vampire movie because it's more of a pandemic. It really had this overwhelming sense of dread and hopelessness throughout the entire film. And that is just something that added on to the fucking terrifying imagery. When you see old people, like an old couple leaving a church, completely surrounded by creatures of the night, like freaking surrounding them with glowing ass eyes and sharp ass teeth, like freaking floating and shit. It's weird. And that scene where the kid's in his bedroom and his dead friend is like floating outside the window, scratching, begging them to let him in. That is some spooky fucking shit. So coming in at number 3, Lights Out. This movie was actually kind of creepy. Most people are terrified of the dark, you know, in general, but whenever you put something in it and exclusively in it, something that you really can't fucking see and that will move between the shades, I mean, that is, oh, like this was all around a fucking spooky film. Coming in at number 2, Ju-On 2. Now, why is this the only Ju-On movie on this list? Because I only wanted to pick one, and the second one really stand out for creativity. The first Ju-On film tried to make you identify with Kayako and Toshio. It showed that they were really in pain, and that was them lashing out within the grudge. This is just straight up brutality, and some of the deaths are way creepier. They play a lot with time manipulation, so most of the time, whenever you're got, you've already been got. You just don't know it yet. Like, you could walk in the house in a few weeks, but a few weeks prior, you'd start seeing signs of it. It was creepy. Now, I have a specific reason why this one is number 1. Get Out. Why is this number 1 on my list? I feel Jordan Peele made the right decision in using racial tension as the kind of main basis for this thriller. It makes it difficult for people to talk about. People don't know how to react to this movie. People are terrified of, well, most people are terrified of how liking or disliking it would make them look. People are terrified of talking about many of the things that are happening in the movie because, again, there's that racial tension. In society today, there is this overwhelming fear of, you know, where the lines are drawn, what's considered racist, what's considered not racist. Honestly, I feel like this movie did a great job of taking advantage of that. People are terrified of difficult topics such as religion, race, politics. They typically avoid these. And as I've said in many of my bar stools, the way to truly eliminate that fear is teaching people how to deal with those topics as opposed to avoiding them. This one terrifies the viewers not by what happens in the movie, but by being a movie in and of itself. That is why it's number 1 on my list. What's your own personal top 5 terrifying movies? You can be like me and be a little abstract with it. You can do movies that actually scared the piss out of you. Like, what the fuck ever. Go ahead and post all in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe, keep on keeping on, and I'll see you in another video. That's what you need to do right now.